Peace, HHDG. We are on another episode of HHDG Media, the podcast. And before we start, I'd like to give my apologies on the delay. I had some technical difficulty I had to fix, so we're good now. And big shout out to our HHDG Media Facebook group that's out there tuning in. And shout out to everyone else that's also tuning in on YouTube right now. As you can see at the bottom, we have our website, hhdgmedia.com, where you can check out any of the new music, merch that we sell, as well as upcoming events. And it's all possible as long with the podcast and the website and everything else that goes on with our company, our core crew, our team as always. Rock Vader KB, Skelly Top, myself, Wiki, T. Smith, and the Mayor. Now, for our guests for tonight, definitely welcome her to come back on. Looking forward to what's been going on since we last spoke last year. Indigo Phoenyx, got on label, doing work in cinema, MCing. I mean, I know she's got a lot on the plate, but she's been holding it down. So definitely give her respect. And finally put out the album on Rugged Triad Records. We're definitely gonna talk about that too. And got some heat on there. Continuously working. I see singles coming out for more upcoming projects. Producers that she actually put me on that app. I wasn't too familiar with. So we're definitely gonna talk about that as well. Man, like I said, we're gonna catch up, find out what's going on. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce once again Indigo Phoenyx. How you doing? Can you hear me? No, I don't hear you now. Hold on a second. I just heard you a moment ago. Hold on. You hear me now? Okay, you hear me. All right. That's weird. All right. No, everybody can't hear you. No. You know what you're gonna do? Exit out and then come back in again. We just check. To the quick mic check before we started up the podcast. Everything was good. Just give us a second. All right, so while she gets connect back on again, let's see.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly now.
Yeah, I had to do another mic check. So there we go.
All right, cool. So
So let's catch up. That's what's
yeah,
good.
definitely. When we left off, that was in November. You had
Right,
Indigo's Ascension.
right. My boy Texzilla.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. Shout him out. And
Yes.
I would say through Texzilla, is that how you met When You Beats?
No, actually, no.
No, different. Interesting. Because he's all
Actually, no. That Reggae Triad Nigeria,
okay.
I just met them
Wow.
randomly. And it's like, oh, y'all
Mm,
both in Nigeria. I'm about to make a Reggae Triad Nigeria
mm,
and have Tech oversee the Nigeria faction, you
there you go.
know? So that was that. Like, she two dope producers and unique sound. Like, it was inevitable we had to work, you know?
That's interesting. Okay. So what project came first? The Dynasty of Dominique Devereaux. That was in
Um,
March, right?
I just dropped that last month.
That was last month.
Hey, mm-hmm.
I'm
I dropped
confusing.
Aldunia
Okay,
in
that's
March.
right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. You know, I've been working on Aldunia for years. People have been like, when did you ever dropping that damn project? Like, I have verses from people I've been holding since like 2019. Like, Beats from Stu Bangers I had since 2019. Just sitting, you know. I was just trying to curate a particular sound. You know, I'm new. So I really was not sure what my sound was. You get me? Like
Okay.
being new and I'm learning the art of curation and just making sure that you have complementary sounds, but also people who complement your sound is important when you're curating. And I had to
It's
learn
true.
that as well, but also what's my sound as an artist? Like, what is the best sound for me, you know?
Mhm.
So I didn't want to drop that because that album was full of so many different producers that I wanted to make sure that cohesively it flowed properly. And also the production flowed nicely. So as I started getting more production towards the end of 2021, I was like, this is it. I'm gonna drop side A because side B is coming in. Also has 11 tracks, so that's 22 tracks for Aldunia. So you can see why I was kind of conflicted as how to proceed with the sound because it's not like it was a tiny project. This is a
Right.
very big undertaking to
Very big. Yeah.
bring myself and multiple producers together for one body of work, and
Mhm.
especially a body of work that showcases lots of versatility. So I still had to make sure that it sonically flowed the right
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
There you go. Definitely. Because I mean, like you said, this is the big one right here, and like this is the first your first project on Rugged Triad Records. So
It is. It really literally like this is my first big like compilation, not an EP. This is my first
mhm,
LP on Rugged Triad. So yeah, definitely. I wanted to make sure that it was dope. Cuts and scratches, kind of with the traditional boom bap sound, something that I don't normally do, you know, because you know I'm known as Queen of the Grimy. So, you know, I don't really do the traditional sounds too much anymore because like I said, I found my thing and it's definitely the dark, gritty type tracks, but you know, I could
yeah.
do them all. But you know, those are the ones I prefer.
And speaking of cuts, is that DJ Precise from Atlanta?
It is.
Okay.
Yo, I met DJ Precise like 2017, managing my boy Doug Boogie, who is a DJ here in Atlanta as well, very well known. Shout out Boogie, and Hot Stew. I would just be going to these events with Boogie, and he'd be DJing, and met Precise there, and yo, he's so amazing with the cuts. Yeah, I was like mesmerized. I'm up there just filming him, like, damn, he is killing it. always just followed him, paid attention, you know what I'm saying, to what he was doing. Excuse me. And recently I got a track from the fam, Methuselah, who's also known as Seldom Saw, formerly Mojo Swag. A lot of people know him by all types of different names. But that, you know, that's like fam. He sent me a joint, uh, and I was like, yo, I should get cuts from somebody here in Atlanta because I want to do visuals for a lot of my songs. And I felt like it would be dope to have him on it as well as Precise do some cuts because I love his cuts. So that
Yeah.
was kind of how I put that together. Then come to find out they're old friends. So that was
Oh wow.
even doper when he saw that, oh, that's my boy. And so it just made it, you know, even more like things I be trying to do are like kismet. It's meant to be. So when I do stuff, it's with a lot of thought and strategy put behind it. So yeah, Precise, you know, it just fit, you know. Atlanta, it just fit. And I'm not really familiar with a lot of the Atlanta crew because I'm not from here. You know, I'm from Brooklyn
Yeah.
and
In
coming
Brooklyn.
here
Yeah.
I kind of kept to myself or, you know, hung with my friends that were from New York, like my particular core group. So I'm just now getting to know the true hip hop heads here in Atlanta over the past like maybe 5 years.
So now, being that you are an event coordinator, I'm
Mhm.
sure that has helped you a lot with running the label and just being able to network with the vast amount of MCs and producers that you work with now.
Let me tell you, I was just having a talk with the producer today. I can honestly say this. Being an event coordinator, when you're coordinating shows, everybody wants to be on the damn bill. I've learned the lesson to put the bill together. Don't even announce you're doing the show.
Mhm.
Drop the flyer and then let people know from there. Like it's this is already done. Data. Like we not add nobody else to the bill. That's the first thing
Okay.
I learned about
Mm.
doing shows and coordinating shows. I learned that I'm probably one of the only black women probably here that really was doing like the hip hop thing. So people were kind of, you know, taken aback, like, oh, she's doing this hip hop stage. And, you know, the first one I did solo, the other ones I did with my boy Shabam Sadiq is my partner. So anytime I do a show, you know, that's my ace. That's who I'm a link with so we could, you know, make the moves.
Mhm.
And just working with different personalities, I can honestly say this. I learned a lot of people are assholes. And I have a low tolerance for bullshit. And I think a lot of people feel like, oh, she's like if you like even talking now, you see that I'm like normally all smiles. I'm
Mhm.
nice. Don't let the verses or the pictures scare you like, oh, she just me. No, I just don't bullshit with people. I don't play with people. I know what I want. I know how I want it to be. Like I'm a boss in my own right. I know how things should flow.
Right.
I've ran companies before, out even outside of event coordination. I've, you know, ran companies for the commissioner of the Department of Labor, you know, doing stuff working within programs for the city. And I've also ran company for a Korean bank, 4 branches. So I'm
Wow.
a boss in my own right, is I know
There
how
you go.
to take brands and build them and help boost brands and help and I'm also a certified facilitator, facilitate things, meetings. Like I was facilitating meetings with top officials here in Atlanta, so including the commissioner. So it's like I'm a boss in my own right. So don't let the colored hair, the this that fool you. Like, and I have degrees in business, so you
Tell them.
apply those things you learn in school to
Hmm.
life and experiences, and that's just why I am with it. But as far
Yeah.
as dealing with different people, there's some people I gravitate to naturally, and then I just don't like clout chasers. That's it. It's I don't define people even by their talent most of the time. Is are you talented and are you a person who's humble that I would like to work with, who's passionate about the craft, who's gonna promote the shit we do together? You feel what I'm saying? So now I'm
Yeah.
checking off different boxes as I'm learning in the industry. People who want to work with you just based on what you could do for them. And I'm not looking to work with people like that. I'm looking to work with people who I can help, who want to help me, where things are mutually beneficial. And that's where I stand right now. Any buffoonery, I'm not dealing with it. Cause a lot of dudes, like, you be shocked. A lot of niggas be mad at me. They don't like me. They don't fuck with me. They be on some shit, and it's always like dudes that I did a lot of stuff for. You feel what I'm saying? Dudes whose careers I had a hand in, and people who know them because of me. Like, it's just crazy. So now I've learned to watch who I'm good to. That's the most part of the lesson I've learned in this industry. Because dudes act like we making millions of dollars. We in the underground. Like, you being cutthroat for
I was just
this
thinking
type
that
of
too.
shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you being cutthroat for what? Like, that lets you know that those are the people you can't really secure the bag with in the future, because they already cutthroat for some meager shit that's going on. For
So
clout and
imagine what they're
fame.
gonna do later on.
That's what they would do to you later on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that now as different situations arise, and I'm not dealing with trash ass people who would use that situation to benefit them. So I'm just grateful for the good people that I have that do support me and try to push me and help me, behind the scenes and front of the scenes, whichever way they want to do it. I'm just grateful for the people and the listeners and supporters who rock with me. So it's crazy. People will work with you on a project and not even want to promote the project. I had to get out of I have to check people, go to their page, look and see, do they even promote their own shit? If they don't promote their shit, they're not gonna promote our project. I'm not even dealing with them. So yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I don't like to get too much into it. But with all of that experience, and you started off how explaining how people were when it's like, oh, it's you promoting this. I know that resistance of you being a black woman in this industry is making it, got a little bit more challenge with it.
It does. I mean, being a black woman, period, in any industry is a challenge.
Yeah.
Working with the film stuff, like being a black woman is a challenge. Like, black film people like black people doing comedy. They don't like black people. I like horror. I like sci-fi. Stephen King is my film idol. Alfred Hitchcock, Stan Lee. I like shit like that. So
Mm-hmm.
when people like to put you in a box as a black woman, no matter what category of business you're in, and even being in charge, people like to point you as a bitch. Like, oh, she's a bitch. She's this. Nah, I just know what I want, like I said. If
Mm-hmm.
a guy
Know the
says
difference.
something authoritative and he knows what he wants and he puts his foot down about his business, nobody calls him a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like our people have a bad habit of having negative connotations on black women in charge instead of uplifting and empowering us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll say things and I'm being angry and bitter. Why can't I just be candid and blunt and vocal and real? Somebody non-black says it, they're brave, they're courageous, they're strong, you know what I'm saying? So, black women, we just get it crazy left and right. And even in this industry, I'll notice a lot of dudes bigging up like non-black rappers, and it should be trash. Like, this bitch can't rap for real. But they be, you know what I'm saying? Just, oh my God,
Picking it up.
right. And I said this in another interview. I said, niggas like bigging up bitches who they want to fuck. You feel what I'm saying? That's just an honest interpretation. Niggas like bigging up slutty chicks, chicks that they find attractive, chicks that they think they would have a chance with. They like bigging them up. And that's just the bottom line. Look how many talented female rappers are out here, because they don't have this look that's appealing to the men. They don't get the attention lyrically. And then niggas will sit and be like, yo, ain't no females. Yes, they are. You just looking
Yeah,
for
okay.
somebody to be this sex symbol that's spitting this shit that the other chick spitting. But because the other chick is not aesthetically pleasing to you, you not paying her no mind. That's what it boils down to. You feel what I'm saying? So hey, being a black woman in this industry definitely hard, but not stopping though.
Definitely. And we got definitely a talented one in the comments right now. Shout out Yo Afro.
I see that's my girl Afro. Yeah. That's my sis right there. And see, I'm all about my sisters. You feel me? Like I'm for female empowerment. I'm for empowering my kings. I'm for empowering everybody who's doing this shit because this is our culture. As a whole, we need to be pushing the best music in order to preserve the culture as a whole. So all the competitive shit, I don't do the competition shit because not even being funny, and I always try to be humble, but I'm like, you're not fucking with me because I'm on my own shit. I'm in my own lane. I'm doing my own thing. I don't see nobody as competition. When I make moves, I don't factor what I'm doing off of nobody else, but what I feel is organic to me. That's it. I don't check for nobody else shit. I don't make music geared around what I think people like. I just make what comes natural to me. That's it. So when people start moving like that, worrying less about what the next nigga doing, then they'll be more successful. I don't even listen to half these dudes shit, honestly. If I look and see if I hear the snippet is what I heard. I'm not gonna go check, listen. I'm not checking no bitch shit. Oh, she out. Let me go listen. I don't know half these chick songs. If I hear a snippet, I like it. I put flames in it because she did good on the part she did. But I don't really listen to people's shit just because I don't want to be influenced by nobody else's sound. So I don't really check for
I got
nobody else.
you.
But when I start hearing people that I want to work with, then that's when I start assessing your sound. You feel what I'm saying? Let me hear what they do so I can compliment them when we work together. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel like, yeah.
So like prime example, working with Allah Preem, like I didn't know about him. So listen to his music. I went and assessed him like, oh fuck, he's dope. You feel what I'm saying? So now we working on a project together. Now I know the aesthetic, which our aesthetic is kind of similar. So it's easy to work based on that. But that's the only time I'm gonna check anybody for a sound is if I have the intention on working with them. Other than that, nah. I'm just being honest. I don't be checking for people. I'm sorry.
Hey, I mean, you got your lane and you're doing your thing, Keep progressing with that.
Right.
I mean, you shout out a lot. We had him on here. Shout out the whole Umbrella crew. He definitely, like
Yes.
you said, he's definitely in that same vibe and tone with the music
Right.
and something that you put out.
Exactly. And I mess with like-minded individuals who get the gist of the business end of it. I feel like that's probably one of the most important things to me is understanding the dynamics of the business end of the music, not just the recording or just dropping music, but understanding that there's work that you have to put in order to get the music to another level. You have
Exactly.
to actually do legwork and put in the work. So definitely, yeah, shout out Allah Preem because he does a lot of hard work. You know what I'm saying? Definitely inspiration from him for seeing how he work and do his thing. So I respect that as well as like Shabam Sadiq, like longevity in this industry, and he just
Yeah,
always putting in work, super
always.
consistent. Just man, like I love that longevity as well as Diamond D. Now I went to a listening party for Diamond. Was it last month? It was probably last month. And man, when I tell you, I was inspired. I told him in the session, and I was like, I'm gonna go throw my fucking rhymes away because you out here bodying shit like you a new artist. You feel what I'm saying?
That's
You
the way it
gotta have
always
that
should be.
renewed passion for it. You feel me? Like he was killing it. And that's what I love. People who respect the craft, who can keep up with the sounds and have fresh sounds, even though they've been in this industry 20 plus years. You know?
Absolutely, yeah. And I love that you mentioned Shabam because growing up in New York, I've seen him perform plenty of times before, not just at shows, but a few ciphers as well. And to hear him to this day still sound, he's got that same energy, that same hunger with what he spits.
Oh
So
yeah.
you got to salute him on that because that's the way it should be. I don't, no matter how successful you be, still be that same person when you first came into the music.
Right.
That's what
And
people look for.
he's been a big inspiration to me. I'm not gonna lie. I've wanted to quit a lot of times. I have literally burst out in tears on the phone crying to Bam. And he's like, man, Indigo, fuck them people. You better keep going. I got you. Like he's just like a good like he's one of my best friends. I'm not even gonna lie, like my best friend. Like he keeps me grounded, he keeps me motivated, and I appreciate that. And he's humble. See, I only like humble people. I talk a lot of shit. Yeah, you got to be humble and confident, but I hate arrogant people. I love people who know that they're dope, but still, willing to work with others and help other people. And I just appreciate people who not full of themselves. And Bam is definitely an example of just like a stand-up person. He's just always there for me on every front. The curation, the music, the friendship. Like he's just there for me. There's times I've been sad and suicidal, and he's really been there for me. So I appreciate him, and he's dope. And working with him is definitely an honor. Like I'm curating an album for him. It's already curated. He just got to record. It's called Oba, and that's optimizing blessings accordingly. And the artwork for it is dope, done by Doc Terror. And when I tell you, he allowed me to give him a rugged triad sound. So this album from Bam is going to be something different from him you've never heard before because he had allowed me to put my grimy little fingers on the music for him. So we're going to see how it goes. And it features Eddie Kane, Tara Van Poo, and my boy Nivek B, as well as myself. So yeah, it's going to be
Wow.
dope.
Yeah, Tara Van Pool's another person that needs to be spoken of a lot more.
Oh yes, Tara is the fam, man. I had to hit
Man,
Tara for a feature.
him and Vinny Isle are killing it.
Yes, they're consistent, and me and
Yes.
Bam have had this conversation as well. There's not enough conversation about Tara and how consistent he is, and how the quality of it as well. It's not like he's just dropping just to be dropping. He's dropping consistent heat, and people don't speak on that enough. And that's my boy. Like I'll text Tara, we be in the chats. I'll hit him on the side in the text, laughing and shit. Like that's my boy. So yeah, shout out Tara Vanpoo.
Definitely, definitely. And I got to shout out Flip the Script Radio out of New Jersey and Southern Vanguard Radio because they always playing his joints. Definitely
Yes,
salute to
yes,
them as well.
yeah. Yeah, they don't play my stuff, but yeah, shout out. Um, they don't fuck with the kid, but shout them out anyway. Um, yeah, so a lot of people don't fuck with me. I'm in the quiet taste. Everybody don't have good taste.
You sure they haven't played you before?
Look, everybody don't have good taste. Nah, nah. Nah,
I'm
not really, not really. There's a lot of people that don't play me. Some of my stuff is subjective, abstract, not in the vein of what they consider. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who are hip hop purists who don't like new future sounds or future wavy type of sounds or dusty sounds. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't knock them because everybody has a right to their preference of what they want to play. You feel what I'm saying? But I make all types of music, so it's still suggestive that whatever people play, they play. They don't, they don't. I find that hip hop nowadays is not like it used to be. People used to be tastemakers as DJs. They would find people who nobody heard and try to bring them out and
Yep.
break new artists. It's more like whoever's popular, that's who
They're gonna
gets
play.
played. They don't try to bring out anybody who's not known and break them and make them popular anymore. They only deal with who already is popular. So I found that to be the factor of a lot of hip hop right now, is that the art of DJing has changed dramatically, because it's changed from, oh, this is a new artist, we're gonna break this new artist. It's more along the lines of everybody playlists look the same because they playing all of the what's considered popular, instead of trying to delve into who's coming up next. Then when
Yeah,
you come up, then they'll play you. So, that's how that goes. It's a part of the
yeah,
game. You just play your part, keep being consistent, making your music. And like I said, making the music organic for you, not to fit in a box of what other people want. So I'm just going to continue making the music how I want to make it. You feel me?
that's how you gotta do it. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't go into anyone's box. And um, I was speaking to Nejma a few weeks ago. I know she was down in Georgia recently.
Oh, yeah.
Did was the Vice Grip video done down there?
Uh-huh. Now,
Okay.
let me tell you about Vice Grip video. Okay. Najma, like, yo, she want to do a video. So, I be having all these ideas for visuals based on mine. So I'm like, yo, let's do this. So we tried to get, cause I ain't telling y'all the idea, because we still going to do it on another video. Uh, so we tried to get this little situation set, and it was like, we can't do that. I was like, okay, well, I'm down for whatever. We coordinating the outfits, because of course my videographer Cooper House, even though he's not shooting the video, he gonna make sure my aesthetics is matching up with doing right for the visuals. So we just matching out outfits. I'm like, okay, well, we got the outfits down. Next thing I know, we're on Arabia Mountain. Like, what? Wait a minute. Hold on now. I got my ass. Lucky I put on my little Nikes now. We hiking. And normally, if I do videos or things like that, which is probably a bad thing, I'm not gonna lie. When I do videos or performances that day, the only thing I probably have is like fruit or water, because I don't like to eat. Because you don't want the situation where you doing a shoot, your stomach start hurting, all that crazy shit. Like, you need to be prepared when you're ready to do something for the day. As an artist, you need fruit, water, some nuts, something that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, be
Yeah.
healthy and light on your stomach for the day. So that day I had like a banana with some peanut butter and water. And I was like, okay, we should be good. We ain't gonna be out here long. Man, listen, it was not far. Nejma shooting, child. I'm over here seeing 5 Nejmas. I'm like, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was so hot. I had water. I had cranberry juice. I was like, yo, we gotta fucking go, because unless y'all can pick my big ass up and carry me back to this car, I need to start walking back now. Before I even say a thing, my MCM bag go flying across the damn rocks. I'm like, oh my God, I can't see. I'm like, Nejma, like, oh no. She is so scared. She runs to the car because I forgot the juice at the car, goes and gets the juice. And now I get the juice. I needed the sugar because my sugar was just too low. I get rejuvenated. Let me tell you something. I poured a whole bottle of water on my head, like face beat like this. By the time 3 minutes later, I was dry and we were filming again. Literally filming. I was like, go ahead and run it, run it, run it. We about to do it, run it. Like, they were like, your makeup not even messed up. Like, nope. That's how hot it was. Like, my shit dried up in 3 minutes. I'm like, just hurry up. We shot it 2 days later. Noor got the video back to us 2 days later, and I was so shocked at the footage she gave, because I was only able to do minimal shots because I got sick. So I was like, well, damn, she did an awesome job. But yeah, I scared the hell out of Nejma. Needless to say, but we had fun though. We went back to where she was staying at and rehearsed for the show we were doing. And I love Nejma. Nejma is good energy. You know what I'm saying? Just real chill. Like I said, I'm all about my sisters. So it was good energy. And then we had a really dope performance later that week too. Like, the crowd went crazy. So yeah, that's my girl. I told her I'm gonna laugh about that story after the fact. And like, I almost died. Look, I had to call on the ancestors, like, please don't let me die on these rocks out here. And the cool breeze came. I was like, thank you.
Just in time.
Like, yo, don't let me die out here on the top of this mountain in this heat. But yeah, Georgia is a damn scorcher right now, so I would never do that again.
Mm. Yeah, I got some family down there. Actually, my parents just went down there to visit some of my family.
Right, man. The sun not playing fair this year. The sun not playing fair. And I'm the type of person, I literally, like right now, I live in an igloo. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The air gotta be crispy on blast. So for me to be in some heat like that, I was like, oh my, wait a minute. I'm not a nature girl. I'm like, whoa, hold on. It's too damn hot out here. We can't do this shit long. Videographer talk about we gotta shoot out there. No, we not shooting out there unless it's in the fall. In the summertime, it won't pop. I'm not doing it.
Give us a nice little recap about that, that show. Because I mean, you talk about Neja was there performing. I know your was there.
I ain't gonna even be funny. I ain't gonna even be funny. I don't even want to talk about the show. I performed with Bam and Nejma, and I appreciate Bam and Nejma for allowing me the opportunity to perform in their sets, and that's all I have to say about that show. Okay. Now, I will say this. I did get a very wonderful message from someone who complimented me about my performance the other day, and so that's good. I got very great reception after my performance, so that's what I love, is to do the performance and get the crowd reaction after it. Because, before the performance, I be kind of nervous because you want to make sure that you pull it off. But once I get on stage, I transform into this whole other thing. Don't nothing even bother me. But before it, I'll just be nervous. I'll be scared. I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared. But then once you get up on stage, like, I just totally black out and just perform. And after the performances, people come up to you and they're like, great job. And that's what's fulfilling for me. So yeah, I appreciate Bam and Nesh for having me come out and perform. And shout out Makiba and Afro. They did some dope performances as well. My sisters was out there. They had their merch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got to see my girl Afro perform for the first time. So it was dope.
Oh, that was the first time seeing?
I've never seen Makiba perform either. So you see a lot of pictures of us together. We were just excited to see each other perform, and it was just a great experience. Like I said, it was nice being surrounded by other females in the industry doing their thing, and I was there to support them.
Yeah, that's great. Definitely need to see more of that.
Definitely. We need, as I tell women, men support each other all the time. I feel like women in hip hop don't support each other enough. Be a lot of catty shit going on, but now I've kind of changed my perspective on that, because as I go through stuff, most of the stuff I be going through be with men. So it's like, so is the niggas catty now? Like, the men be catty now? Like, it's not even the sisters. Like, my sisters be on board. It be the men that be wanting to beef with me. And I just had to, like, a man to get aggressive with me, to me, automatically just, you pussy. Like, you try to beef with a female over some hip hop shit, like, you a whole clown. Like, I don't even have time for that type of energy. Like, I'm assuming you have a vagina at that point when you start wanting to get, sassy and zesty with me and shit. Like, I don't know what your problem is. You gotta brush those people off, man. But it be so many of them in this industry. That's why I kind of just play my role, deal with my dudes, and I only deal with certain. I'm very exclusive with who I deal with for that reason. Because, like I was telling somebody today, I just don't want to have to put myself in a position where I'm having to blast off or be this quote unquote angry Black woman in hip hop. So I just make sure that I watch my energy and who I allow in my space at this point. That's it.
Okay. All right. Now, the comments are going crazy right now, so I definitely got to give some shout outs to the people in there.
I can't see them, so tell me who's in there.
All right. We got a piece up to Kevin Bogan.
That's my boy Navette. Yeah. Salute. Triad. Okay. We
got, let me see what else we got in here. Got Bobcat the Legend
That's my
checking in.
boy. Salute, producer Bobcat. That's my homie.
Oh, Yo Afro is up in there too.
Oh,
I
you know
see her
that's my sis. She gonna,
all in the comments.
she always gonna be there. Hey, baby. I see her pop up in the corner. Hey, boo. That's my girl, man. Listen, let me tell you, I got some great people in my corner. I'm not even gonna lie. That keeps me motivated too, having a team of
Definitely.
people who are consistent, supportive, just bring something great to the table, man. Who's that? I see somebody pop up.
Douglas Wilder.
Yep, I was just talking about you, Boogie. Salute, Boogie, Hop Stew, all of that. Like, that's one of my best friends too. Like, he's definitely like, bam. He's one of the people. I start talking crazy. He's pulling up. Get in the car. Come on. He's coming through. You feel what I'm saying? I complain and complain about a computer. Boogie pulls up. I'm thinking, I love coffee, right? I'm a coffee addict. I'm a coffee and wig addict. Those are my vices, coffee and wigs. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed. I don't do none of that shit. But I like coffee and I like hair. Boogie pulls up. He telling me he coming through. He bringing me something. So I know it ain't a wig. So I'm like, oh, he bringing me some coffee. You know what I'm saying? I love a good frappe. So I'm like, here he come. I go to the car. Yo, Boogie got me a whole laptop. Like, yo, you said you needed a laptop, sis. Like, I got you. Like, people like that are priceless. And then she was like, if you want to return it, and I look at the price tag, I'm like, bro, you spent this much on this laptop? Like, that's my nigga. That's my nigga. Cause he gonna make sure that I'm working. I got my films and my music going. And those are the people who I see as friends and supporters. You know what I'm saying? And I'm there for him in anything he need. And that's my boy. I check on Boogie probably almost every damn day, getting on his nerves because he has some stuff going on, health wise. And I make sure I follow up on him, and he follow up on me about mine as well. So it's good to have people like that. So shout out Boogie. And Boogie is DJing for J Rock this Friday. So salute Boogie on that. Kill that shit. I'm proud of you. Like, he back in his bag on that shit, and I'm happy for him.
Who else we got checking in? We have Clean Polo. Shout out to you as well.
Peace. That's my girl Wanda, Queen of the Low Drip. Like, yo.
Got a
low
head.
Low drip, she got it all.
She got it.
She got it all, baby. You understand me? Queen of the Low. Good lady. Salute the Low Lives too. That's the fam right there. They showed up to the show too, to the performance. Nice. So I appreciated that. I'm not official though. I'm a low head. So, but the Low Lives, that's the fam. So they going to come out and support, and I appreciate that. And salute everybody in the chat. I can't see y'all messages until y'all pop up in this little corner over here.
Yeah. That's
but yeah. Because then I'm already blind. I can't be looking and doing that, and that. So, yeah, salute all of y'all. I love y'all. Y'all know that.
I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. It says Ventanita Hill.
Yes, that's correct. That's one of my besties, too. Peace, Venti. I call her Venti. Peace, Venti. My girl, Nita. Salute. Yes. I'm loving it. All my people in here. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, y'all.
Definitely. Yeah. Cut Supreme up in here.
And Cut Supreme is another one, man. Cut is a gem, man. Like, Cut, no matter what I drop, I could be fucking beatboxing over crickets, and Cut going to make sure I get the exclusive. Like, Cut is the homie. Cut is always a big support. Behind the scenes, Cut did some cuts on the Aldunia album, which were awesome, on the Green Destiny joint. Ooh. Yes, he is so dope. I'm so honored to have him on there. And he's just a big supporter of Rugged Triad as a whole. So salute Cut Supreme, man. I absolutely adore him. Like, he hit me holidays, happy holiday, happy Mother's Day. Like, that's my boy. That's what I'm talking about.
And we even got Chrome in here.
And of course, you know, we got to talk about Dominique Devereaux.
Definitely.
Salute Chrome, man. Yeah, Chrome is my new. Chrome done been stolen. He just don't know it yet. Chrome has been stolen. He is officially one of my producers. He's under the my producer umbrella.
Uh-oh.
Just from that
They do.
Dominique Devereaux, yeah. Oh yeah. Man, Chrome, like that project is hands down one of my favorite projects to date right now.
And it was 5 tracks on there.
Hmm.
Was there more that you recorded? And these were the 5 core ones that you wanted for the project?
That was all I wanted. Chrome did a beat giveaway that month.
Hmm.
He posted, he said, I'm giving away free beats. Here's the link. Pick your beats. So earlier that day, I was not feeling too hot. So I had like fell asleep. I woke back up. I was still sick. I'm like, damn, I'm still fucking sick. Head was killing me. I'm like, I did not feel. I have a lot of chronic illnesses, so I was not feeling well. And I was like, let me go check out the beast. Maybe that'll, keep my focus off of the pain I'm in. I went and checked the beast, and I'm like, oh, that's dope. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like, oh, oh. Went to the DM in here. I'm like, yo, I want these, and let me see if I can find another one. Let's make an EP. And I already had some sound bites I was saving from like Diane Carroll. So I sent him the sound bites. I named the songs. He gave me another one. I named the last one. Boom, we had an EP. I started recording that night. I recorded that EP. I wrote that EP and recorded that within 24 hours. And he mixed it over the next couple of days. So literally that was just an out of the blue, not even planned or anticipated, really like a freestyle EP. Like I just sat there and was like, yo, this is it. And it just came organically to me. And shockingly, that's my favorite project, was one that I didn't even plan. I love the fluidity of it. I love how cohesive it was. And just, I love Dominique Devereaux. I feel like in ways I embody some things of her, like being a boss, being a mogul, being a woman who's in charge and knows what she wants. If anybody remembers Dynasty, which I'm showing my age, but it don't matter because I look good for my age. But you know, watching Dynasty, there was a lot of black women who were like rich, regal women on TV. There just wasn't. Dominique Devereaux was probably one of those first black women who was like that villainous, that mogul type, female on TV. And I think that stuck with me for a while. And she's always been that person to me. So to put together that project, I feel was just dope. And I was telling you before, my husband, he normally does not like most of the shit I do, but actually this album he likes. He'd be like, play that album or put that on. So here we go with another one that he likes again. So you know what I'm saying? Normally that's a check factor too. Like, is he gonna complain about this? But I felt like it was light and it embodied a different side of me that is me. I'm very girly. I'm very dainty. How would I say? I'm a rugged refined. I'm hood, but I'm very refined. I like the finer things in life. I like nice things. And that's that Dominique Devereaux part. You know what I'm saying? I love a good champagne, a mimosa. I love fine dining. I, of course, like nice clothes, hair, jewelry, the regular shit that women like, shopping. You probably wouldn't be able to tell that from the grimy raps, but I am a woman and I do embody those things that women like. But I'm also a woman who's a businesswoman. So I felt like in most of the raps, I was rapping from Dominique Devereaux's perspective on certain songs. So I felt like that was another way to capture the essence of the project properly. Who's that? I see somebody commenting. I can't see him. Now I can't hear you. Hold on, let's pull you back up, baby. I can't hear you. Now I can't hear you. Let's see. What do they say? Oh, Brunch in Rome Villas. Okay, yeah. That's the shit. Like that's one of the favorite songs on the project for a lot of people. I think that song got the most plays on Bandcamp was Brunch in Rome Villas. Which I'm getting ready to shoot a video for Petrosi and Beluga and all of those songs. So y'all wait for it. I just got, let me tell you, the gowns in today. So yes, there will be gowns, there will be elegance, there will be Beluga, which is it's well eggs, it's caviar. I'm not eating that shit. I've eaten caviar before. It was not my favorite. But I'm gonna try Petrosian because Dominique said that it's good. Champagne for burnt champagne, all that good shit. And I always keep, and I don't bullshit, I always keep the cigars. My people own a cigar joint, so I always have cigars, the best cigars at that. So yeah. Shout out Drew Estate and Maddie Rock for always keeping me laced with the best, cigars.
And you return the favor to Chrome by being on Cursed Earth maxi single that just recently came out.
Yeah, that's how I met Chrome, was through that single. So that's the crazy part about it. I met him from that single, and when he posted that about the beats, that's what made me flock to it. I love his production. He's definitely somebody who gets my aesthetic and my sound. He knows how to mix me very well. I feel like a lot of engineers have a problem with mixing me because I have such a light voice, but then it can be kind of low tone. But Chrome, he gets me across the board. He even went back and one song he customized for me so that I can make it. I think that was Bordeaux and Boardrooms. So there was one song I picked, but I was like, don't match the soundscape. He went back, came with that, played that. I did some harmony over it, and then boom, here we go. We got a joint. And I wanted to showcase the people. Hold on, I got ninth one that popped up on my shit. I have a love for rapping, but I also like to write songs. So I wanted to showcase a different side with having some harmonies on different stuff. So ever so often I like to pop out and add some little melodies in there just to show people, I could do more than just rap, I could hold a little note, a little note, good enough to get some shit going. But salute Chrome on giving me one of my favorite projects. And man, we working. Trust me, we working on more stuff. So salute Chrome on that.
Yeah, look forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to his album dropping on August 10th, The Ceremony of Innocence.
Yeah, you definitely got to get him on here if he's willing to come out. A lot of producers don't be liking to come up on stuff and say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
no,
get Chrome on here.
And Chrome spoke. He'll definitely be on here soon.
Yeah, you gotta get Chrome up on here. Come and chop it up. But yeah, I'm working. I'm trying to get out doing your side beats, y'all. The mixes are going crazy. I'm wrapping up Poison Lilac, which is produced by Concussion. Chrome just mixed 2 joints for me for that. He just sent me the last master joint yesterday, so I appreciate you, Chrome. Thank you. He trying to help me lighten the load so I could get all of these massive amounts of projects done. So thank you, as well as to my artist Iron, who's doing a lot of mixes for me, and Hilltop Productions, and I have a bunch of people mixing. A la Preem, he about to be on the mix list as well. I'm about to send him some shit to mix too. But yeah, I got the Poison Lilac joint, Red Brick Dust, which is produced by Quenu, featuring Zagnif, Lugs, Show Rock, Edomad Assassin, Kid Vicious. So that's a dope project to look for. And then I have the Anubis Archives, which is produced by King David Beats. That features Man from the Cloth, Shabam, Jamil Honesty, my boy Lifelong, Liggy Long. Yeah, so man, I'm working. Those are the next ones I plan on dropping. And then side B of Aldunia, I have Elo Kush. I have Aztec the Barfly, my Middle Finger Music fam. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of surprises. I got some production from Domingo. Shout out Domingo.
Oh,
You know what I'm
wow.
saying? My boy Doug Boogie. All love. Like, man, look, I got production from Hilltop as well, and we rapping together. And you know, Hilltop rap name is Drastic Measure, so
That's it. Mm.
check for that. And look, I'm excited. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like I said,
Yeah,
I'm
I
doing
am
an album
working.
with A La Prime. So we got an EP coming, and I'm doing one with Jamil Honesty and XP the Marksman. And then I'm dropping albums for my artists, which is Ill Critical from Doc Terra, Rugged Regalia from the Vec B, Logos from Dean Martian, aka Iron, the Oba album from BAM. So, like, man, we working. And as I stated, Rod Walker is no longer with Triad. So we gonna take his name off for anything dealing with
Okay.
me.
Understood.
You know,
All
that's
right.
this is my thing with people, and I'm gonna make this clear. You don't have to beef with nobody about me, but when I have a fucking op and I have somebody who is defaming my character, who's stolen from me, who's made threats to me, who's lied on me, you're gonna have to pick a fucking side. There's no straddling the fence with somebody who does shit like that. It's different if we break up amicably for creative differences. It's another thing when it's shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I need 100% loyalty, not 75, not 80%, not
I
50%
got you.
loyalty. I need 100% fucking loyalty. And if you can't be loyal based on the fact that I'm somebody champion behind your career to work with a motherfucker who tried to sabotage mine, then I'm good on you. So that's where I stand with that. Like, you know,
You know, there you go.
you feel me? I'm all about loyalty. I'm all about being humble, a certain level of humility, as well as having confidence. But, oh, business is, I don't do that business is business shit because that's motherfuckers who don't know business. The first thing you learn in business is ethics and moral. Now let's be clear, a lot of companies be corrupt as hell. They don't give a damn. But the people who took classes and courses, ethics, morals, integrity, those are the cornerstone of the keys to success in a business.
Mm-hmm.
So we not doing hood business. We ain't even drug business. Like, you just don't do certain shit. You feel what I'm saying? You don't circumvent business. That's one. You don't go around people to move how you want to move. If I plug you to somebody, you come through my ass. You feel what I'm saying? You don't go around, which is called circumvention. That's why I have a lawyer. That's why I have contracts. That's why I say, when I say what the fuck I say, when I implement a protocol, a policy, a procedure, you follow it or you leave. It's as simple as that. Like, what
Mm-hmm.
other business? Who tells Jay-Z what he could do? Who tell they boss what they could do? You feel what I'm saying? Who
Yeah.
goes to anybody's business and tell them how to run their business? Nobody. So never think for 1 minute you telling me how to run my shit when I'm helping you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there should be a level of respect, a sense of loyalty, and that's why I deal with people how I do, based on the fact that people are just fucking disloyal and opportunists. People only care about what they could get from themselves. While I'm
So,
here really just caring about champion behind people because I want to see people win. Because I know how it feels not to have people be there and help you and support you. I'm trying to be there for you, and then you trying to stab me in the back. You know that shit pissed me off. Then because you feel like you far away and I can't like knock your fucking head off, like you really
you're
want to
going to
play
keep
extra.
going with it. Mm-hmm.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just why I am with it. I'm like, I'm tired of dudes trying to act like shit sweet with me, and I'm about all the shit I rap about. I'm not even going to play about nothing I'm doing. Once I set the tone for how I want to be treated, how I expect my business to go, that's it. Like, I'm not going to remove my boundaries to make you comfortable. And I feel like people want you to remove boundaries so that they could step on you, so they could walk on you how the fuck they want to walk on you,
What?
use you how they want to use you. They don't want you to put the boundary there because then they can't get what they want. I'm always going to set the boundary in the tone because that's going to show me who respects me and who doesn't, who moves with me when shit really jump and who don't. And loyalty just got to be the key factor behind any relationship I'm in.
Absolutely.
I need the loyalty, because I'm loyal to a fault until you screw me over.
Speak on it. Yep. And why this is another reason why I believe in, whether it's business or however you want to keep, a close knit, it's got to be small. It can't be too many people in it.
Right,
There's always going to be a few of them that's going to, mess up everything else.
right. It gets messy. And the
Hmm.
thing is that you could, there's telltale signs of shit. Like, I'm have a brand, and if you're not pitching the brand, I don't see the brand in your logo. You're not posting shit about the brand. I already know this not gonna work because you're not pushing the brand how you should. And I just had to talk with all my artists just recently. Like, we have to tighten up on pushing each other and championing behind each other, because that's important. We all have different sounds. We may not all fuck with each other's sounds sometimes on how shit sound. Don't post the sound, post the picture, post the something. You feel what I'm saying? But be supportive of one another in the long run, especially if I'm curating. Like, if I'm curating some shit and it's a tryout project, I need to see everybody promoting that project. You feel what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
just has to be that unity, and that's the only way you gonna move. Like, you, when you see Griselda, if Conway dropped his album on everybody page with Griselda, there's no question about it. You feel me? Like, and I respect that unity. When RJ Payne was thriving and starting to do what he did, it was because he had so many people reposting him. That it, that cross promotion is important. People don't realize
Yes.
cross promotion is very important. Don't just promote your shit. You
Hmm.
have to promote other people who you work with as well, and they're going to promote you in return.
Turn.
And that's how you maximize your target market, because people who now may not have heard about you will now know about you based on this other person. It's business. And I feel like a lot of people move off of ego and they don't think about business. And see, that's tip. Like, move off of business and it'll actually maximize your visibility. Like, taking posts of somebody else is not going to take away from your shine. It's as simple as that.
Tell 'em. There you go. I mean, it's the truth. And you're right. That's the ego drives it a lot.
It does. And it's sad because we fighting with so many other elements in hip hop. It's crazy. And not just in hip hop, just in the world. Right now, with all these mass shootings and the racism that we undergo as a people, like, we have bigger fish to fry than worried about who song getting more precedence over the other. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like egos are killers to our community. Like, we have to be like-minded as a group of people to really help the community thrive. And on that note, let me mention I'm working on the project Supreme 19. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in my last interview, but it's coming closer to having some legs. Um, Supreme 19 is a project with all positive songs about uplifting the community. Um, it's being narrated by the god Basil the Great, and he's going to speak on the supreme mathematics and significance behind the number Supreme 19, as well as the topics. Some of them is called Black Queen, Justice, Stand Strong. And the project features so far right now, I have Jamil Honesty, Show Rob, my artist Iron, St. Ivan the Terrible, Mef Luciano,
Dope.
uh, Isis Asset, and I'm waiting for Bitchy McGee and Louis the Fourth to get on. Also have Makiba Mooncycle, Nejma, and my girl Afro. So yeah, so positive messages. We're on a song called Asada's Fist. Me, Nejma, Makiba, and Afro. So that means a lot to me because Asada Shakur is one of my actual idols. So Yeah, I feel like it's important to do projects like that. All the proceeds will go to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital because I feel like you need to give back to the community. We need to have more projects that are
It's great.
positive and at least do something to help impact the community positively. So hip hop for a cause. That's another thing that made me catch Chrome's attention or whatever which way. Chrome caught my attention was that he had a deal where he was doing something where if you did got some beats or something, the money he would donate money towards the autism. So I love people who respect the fact to use the craft for worthy causes, and autism is definitely one of them. In watching those commercials with the children, I wasn't sure what organization I wanted to give to, but as I kept seeing that, I couldn't fathom having a child and that child could not afford treatment. And if I could in any way contribute, and we as a hip hop community contribute to helping somebody with treatment, I feel like that would be a worthy cause to give to. So that's what made me decide on that. So Supreme 19 coming soon to y'all. All the proceeds are going to charity. I'm going to make sure that I tally it up. We see what's going on. We get it to them, and that we let them know that, that's coming from the hip hop community, from the heart. And we're not just about how people try to make like hip hop is about the demise of our people. I feel like I was just talking to Daddy about this during a panel, um, more so about like self destruction too, and talking on building points on how we can use hip hop to uplift and empower our communities now, how we could reverse the negative stigma that's going on right now and inspire and uplift through the Self Destruction 2 project. So I feel like that's important as well. So, I'm
Very
all over the
exciting.
place working, trying to do it, but we going to get it all done, baby. Trust me. We
You're
going
all
to get
over
it
the
all
place, but
done.
it's organized. I appreciate that. You know,
Yes. It
and
requires a extreme amount of organizational skills and coffee.
definitely, and coffee.
And coffee.
Got
You
it
can't
though.
forget the
Got
coffee.
it though. And, and let's continue on speaking of, the community and talking about uplifting. You
Right.
also are prominent with suicide prevention.
Say it again.
Suicide prevention.
Yeah, so now that's going to be the next project I do for next year.
Hmm.
That's going to be like Supreme 19, but all the proceeds are going to go towards suicide prevention. I feel that's imperative just because I'm a person who I've had to call that number before. I felt suicidal. I was in a house full of people. I was laying next to my husband. I felt the way. I felt hopeless. I felt worthless. I just felt like I did not want to be here anymore. And I wanted to take my life. And I said to myself, I said, wait, somebody could help you. Somebody could help you. I just looked. I found the suicide prevention number online. I called them, and they came to the house. I went outside. I sat outside. I talked to them. It was two people that showed up, and they just helped me put things in perspective, gave me some resources for people to talk to. And that's all I needed was kind of an objective person to be there for me and just listen to me speak on what was troubling me. And that saved my life, you know, because I was really wanting to kill myself. And then, I have a daughter. I had to think, how would that impact her? And you start tossing up, let me try to get help,
Everything starts
so that
coming
I
in. Yeah.
don't do this. And that's what made me call. So how many other people go through those things? And the suicide prevention is there, but then they don't have the funds to pay the people who volunteer or to keep the lines open. So I feel like having a project that will go towards that would help, give them the resources they need to keep the lines open, to help save a life, to help somebody like they helped me. So yeah, I feel like that's important because given these times we going through, there's a higher rate of suicide in children now. If you've seen the stuff, so I want people to know that there's somebody out there who can help you. I want those resources to be available to them free of charge. And like, I just feel like that's a worthy cause. So definitely, I'm all about
That's great.
putting something towards suicide prevention. So that's definitely the project for next year.
No, that it's no.
Because I go through it. I go through it.
It,
Like I
it's
said,
great that
Boogie has
it's
had to
great
come
that you
pick me
spoke
up
with
2 months
someone.
ago. Boogie had to come pick me up 2 months ago because I was there. And lucky that I just have friends that I could just be like, bro, I'm tired. You feel me? And when they start that shit, they be like, let me go get Indigo. Let me go pick her up. And it's
And
not
that's
for
where it
lack
starts at.
of have because I do have good friends, but it's doesn't have anything to do with that. Like it's I'm manic. I have that issue. I've always had that issue since I was 17. Like I get into those funks of depression. I feel unloved. I feel, certain shit. And it's like this, even with the music stuff. I feel like I give so much love to people and I rarely get it back. You giving love to people and then they try to make you like you're a villain or you did something wrong to them when you were showing them nothing but love. Like that's the shit that hurt the most. So it be stuff like that. That's why I watch how I deal now because I know my triggers now. So I know not to deal with people like that so that I don't get hurt. So I'm not triggered and I'm not feeling a
In
way about
some way.
myself.
Yeah,
All I know is that I'm not gonna stop being nice or being kind just because some people are assholes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just always gonna be kind. I just need to watch who I'm kind to. So other people it could be about finances or other shit. For me, I feel like I'm a person who's like severely misunderstood and I'm always coined as this bad person or this villain and that's far from the type of person that I am.
it's great. Yeah,
Right.
I'm very happy that made that opportunity and
Right.
you called and that you're also putting it into a project. Because my thing is when it comes to children, a lot of parents or just a guardian when they
Hmm.
talk to them, the majority of the time it's either you're reprimanding them or you tell them what to do. Sometimes just give them that open floor to just speak, let them speak their mind.
Right.
They need that.
Right. And I feel like I've always given my daughter the ability to express herself to me openly, as well as my stepdaughter. So like whenever she has stuff going on, she hits me immediately. Like somebody's bothering her. So I always want the communication to be open
Right.
because I grew up with my grandmother. So a lot of stuff I knew I couldn't tell her. I could not say to her. I could not, go to her and tell her, at 14 I was raped. I couldn't go tell my grandmother I was raped at 14. She would never let me out the house again. I would be reprimanded. It would be my fault. I didn't want my father to get in trouble. I didn't want him to go to jail for doing something to the boys and stuff like that. I had to sit with in my head for a while. I told my mom because my mom was living in Atlanta when I came to Atlanta eventually. But I probably didn't tell my dad that till I was 35. Once I know, the guys, he can't find them or do whatever. But it's like some things you don't know what children are going through, what they sit with, what
That's true.
things they have
Yeah.
going on. And sometimes they just keep it from you because they're not sure how you're going to react. But it's always good as a parent to let them know there's a no judgment clause when it comes to your emotions, your feelings, your sexuality, any of that stuff. There's a no judgment clause in any of that stuff. You feel me? Even when my daughter, she goes to a party, if somebody gets drunk and you need a ride home, don't get in the car with nobody. Call me and let me know. And she's done it. I've had to send, the ride to go pick her up. Be honest with me. My thing is honesty. Like I'm all
Yes.
about honesty. Be very candid, be very honest. Being honest with me, that it's the lies that bother me. You can tell me, fuck you, I hate you. I appreciate that better than you trying to act like you fuck with me. feel what I'm saying? I respect that more of somebody. But yeah, it's the honesty thing for me. And you're honest with me, I'm gonna be there for you. Even if I don't like what's going on, I'm still gonna be there. And people just need the no judgment thing. Unconditional love, not conditions on love. And see, that's the thing. In Black communities, we're taught not to seek psychiatric help, but if mental health is important, don't care how crazy you look. I've been seeing a psychiatrist since I was 17, and I did not care because I understood that my mental health was not where it needed to be. And I understood why, because I had been through a lot of trauma as a child, all the way up to my teenage years. So I knew that I needed help for that. And even to this day, some of those things still impact me, and I still have to follow through and do work on myself. As people, we have a lot of weight on us. You making the money, you taking care of the house, you might be the main breadwinner, you might be the main support for everybody. Like, it just be a lot of shit on your shoulders. And especially with the pandemic and a lot of stuff going on, just a lot of things have changed financially. Shit getting more expensive. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what people are going through. Just try to be that voice of reason, be the ear like Bam and my boy Boogie, who I can go to. So also Afro, because I mean, even recently, is I couldn't get in touch with who I needed to. I had to call Afro, like, look, I gotta talk to somebody because I'm right here. You feel what I'm saying? And I just have sense enough to know, let me fix it before I get to a breaking point. And I feel like that's the most valuable tool I have right now, as well as faith. That some days should be real messed up, but the next day be dope as fuck. Like, yo, I don't even know. I was tripping yesterday, but today is everything going my way. So, I always try to give it a chance that tomorrow will be better. And if I wake up every day with a positive attitude, which I do, I wake up every day like, I'm glad to be awake. I'm glad I'm not having any illness issues. I'm glad. That's why I work so hard, because if I'm doing something, I'm staying focused and creative. It's a blessing to be able to have a productive output.
Yeah.
Chronic illnesses. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm proud of that, and I'm not going to ever take advantage of health. When you have health, you're to be productive and stay in movement. So I'm going to always do that. But yeah, don't fall by the wayside. Ever feeling like you can't turn to anybody. And that's why I put out songs. I've had songs about suicide, and I've had people come to my inbox, noted producer who was feeling down and wanted to kill himself. And it was in regards to a loss he took from in his family. And we talked about it and helped change his mind. You feel what I'm saying? So stuff like that is important to me. Like, if I reach one person, I say, that's it. I did my job.
That's all it takes, yeah.
That's all it takes. I'm not in it for the clout. I'm in it because I want people who can relate to me. I'm just putting out music that's relatable. That's normal people shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, hey, we all go through it. People who try to act like their life is just fantastic and they never shit wrong. They just eat vegetables and fucking soaking in sunshine and charging crystals and shit is full of shit. Like, I don't, I do all of that too. I have crystals. I have sage. I do all that too. I eat vegetables. I love water. I love sunshine. But I go through shit. I'm not going to act like I don't go through shit. Stop trying to put on this air of nothing goes wrong in your life and you just rich jet setting around the world, because that's not reality. Give people real shit and something that's authentic they could go off of, so they don't feel suicidal. A lot of people base their shit based on what they see people talking about. So now they're comparing these lives to unrealistic lives that people just putting up shit. These people probably, the minute they get off, they in the corner crying some damn way, could barely pay their fucking rent. Don't let people fool you into thinking they're just, doing excellent. That's why I said I never compare myself or put myself to the standard of anybody else, because people be lying. People pretend well. Don't put yourself up against nobody else. Just try to do better than you were doing the other day. Try to outdo yourself each day. Don't worry about what nobody else doing. That's all I could tell people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I commute, to and from work, and I'm on the trains in New York City a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
the homeless has increased, but
Mm.
I'm the type of person, if somebody asks me for money, the first thing that I say is, I won't give you money, but if you want something to eat and I got the time, I'll go right over to the Dunkin' Donuts or something. You want something in there? I'll go get it for you, stuff like that.
Yes.
But I won't go to the point of I'm gonna go in on social media and take a video or picture of what I just did. No, I'm just gonna go about my day and do that deed right there. That person
Right.
appreciated that, and then continue to go through my day. You don't need to be showing all of what you did. Like, what's the purpose of that?
Self-serving, ego. Like, look what I did. Like,
Mhm.
I feel like if you're just doing stuff from the heart, just do it, especially for the homeless.
That's
It's
it.
like, man, that's it. Like I said, it's just so disheartening, the state of the world, period. The shootings, the homeless, the illness, the pandemic, the wars. Just, we have so much going on right now that it's trauma for everybody, really mentally
Yeah,
devastating, to just be going through all this stuff. And it's like, in all honesty, how much control do we have over a lot of the things going on in our world is crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you really have to think, what control do we have over a lot of the stuff? And then we have to really assess, what can we do to fix and change, or make sure that we're safeguarded, or our children, our grandchildren are safeguarded in this crazy ass world. It's The thing is to
it's a lot.
maximize your wealth. Like, you really have to have some finances tucked away, because that's going to be your saving grace. You lose a job, start a business. I know it's easier said than done, but you can do it if you really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's better than save pieces of the money up if you need merchandise to sell. Like, you just have to want to do something and want to put that shit out there. I'm not telling y'all like Kim Kardashian ass who do porn and up there telling business people how to do what the fuck they do. But if you have a passion for something, pursue it. You feel what I'm saying? Because easier said than done. Shit, I got a business and that shit barely do shit what I needed to do because I have expensive taste. But it do what it do, and I hope to maximize what it does. You know what I'm saying? But who is somebody rich to tell people to get up off their ass and work when you made your fortune off of a sex tape that was dry as hell, by the way, that was dry, dusty, boring, vanilla, like, come on. Shut your ass up. Like, y'all making money just off of your butt cheeks. Like, you can't tell nobody nothing. But if you really have a passion about doing something, just pursue it. Like, throw caution to the wind, or plan accordingly and just start slow with the name reservation, then the LLC, then start saving for the
Yep,
merch, and
that's
start
where you
working
saw
on the
that. Yep.
site. Little bits and pieces. You could still be doing the shit from while you're doing your regular job, but never be a slave to the job, because you see with this pandemic shit, when shit start hitting the fan, millionaires are rich because they have multiple sources of income. You know what I'm saying? There's no millionaire to just say, I got this one source
For
of
one
income.
thing. There you go. Yep.
So, yeah. So I'm definitely trying to learn from who's willing to teach me and doing what I do. And I'm about to get more back invested into my film stuff because I feel like that's lucrative. My attorney hit me like, oh, there's some fundings open up. So I'm like, oh, is there? During the pandemic, film funding was like non-existent. Like, all that shopping of $1 million things, that shit went right out the window because nobody was shooting anymore. So now that there's a little inkling that I can be back in the folds and the film stuff, that's where I'm gonna be focusing a lot of my passion too, towards writing film stuff. And I just renewed my contract with African American Women in Cinema again this year. So I'm gonna be doing some
Congratulations.
more free workshops for women And men, because I give men the tips too who want to learn about the film industry. And yeah, salute. They had Beyonce's dad do a little video pitch for us. So salute Matthew Knowles for doing a pitch for the educational series, which I started, by the way. I'm proud of that because, like I said, I like to give back. I feel like $200 and $300 for a workshop when I could give you the skills for free and just take my time and write it out. Since I'm a certified facilitator, I know how to put the lesson plan together and just teach you. Why not do it complimentary? I mean, it's a nonprofit, therefore we don't need to profit off of other people's stuff. Let's just put out stuff for free. So, that's just where my head be at. I just want to see everybody win, and any way I can contribute to it. I'm willing to do it as long as I have the time. But you see, my time be stretched thin, but I'm still gonna make time for what matters, though.
One thing my father mentioned to me growing up was, you're good at one thing. Also always have a backup plan. So just be diverse.
Right.
You are a prime example of being diverse.
Right. Because if I stop rap, then I just dawdle into film. Even with my films, some people would tell me I could take the films I wrote and just make them into books. So literally, I have a bunch of films. I could just take them and convert them into books. So there's always avenues. You just have to create your opportunities. You feel what I'm saying? It's about creating opportunity. And I love art. So I'm thinking about doing more art shows and art hip hop shows. Okay. And that's just where I'm at. And even with Rugged Triad, I'm already factoring in, who would I have take the reins for me? Or who would I now pull up and promote and do shit for? You feel what I'm saying? I'm just honored to be doing the things I'm doing right now and being capable of doing them. Because there's people who suffer from the illness I had that's not capable of doing that. And it's more debilitating for them. So therefore, alhamdulillah for me being capable, and I will never disappoint Allah in allowing me the opportunities to do what I do. And when I move, and my purpose and anything I do is to please Allah, and that's why I try to do good things for people, because I know you should be a blessing to people and you should have positive impact on people's life. So, that's how I move. I don't know how to. I believe in karma. So, your karmic deposit is good. The karmic return is even better. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So I don't move from a selfish place. And people will be like, oh, she up to something. People so used to people fucking them over. That then when you really nice to them, they be thinking,
they're like,
what
this
you got going on? Like, I don't want nothing from you. In all honesty, I just dead ass. I'm just trying to help you. Like, if I fuck with you, I'm just trying to help you. And I could be an ass. I don't really like a lot of people. Just based on character. I deal with people based on character. It don't have nothing to do with clout. I don't give a fuck how popular you are. If you a clown, you a clown. You a bitch, you a bitch. I'm not dealing with you. I deal with people based off of character. When I see you solid, that's what matters to me. And I'm always going to be solid with people. And I'm just always going to be there for people. Period. Even when I get hurt, I just have to go in the corner, cry, regroup. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a thug. That's it. I'm a thug. I can't be crying too much, Gangster walk that shit out and get back, in the saddle and do what you gotta do. But I can't be no punk. My mother definitely ain't raised no punk. So I'm always gonna be me. I'm always gonna be candid. But my thing, even with being candid, is I'm not an ass. I know how to edit what I say as to not offend and hurt people. And I'm like, be grateful for that. That I'm, I'm candid, but I'm also very cautious of what I say, because my intention is never to hurt people. My intention is always to help. So when I do come off harsh, I apologize immediately. I'm not one of those females that don't apologize, fellas. When I'm wrong, I'm sorry, babe, I was wrong. You feel what I'm saying? I'm that person. Because it's never, you can't hurt somebody and then be mad because they hurt. If you hurt somebody, whether you think you're wrong or not, you apologize, and you don't have to offer why you did it. Just let them know that you didn't mean
Let
hurt.
them know. Mm-hmm.
Right. So anybody in hip hop whose feelings are hurt and butthurt about something I did or said, but you didn't tell me when I asked you, I'm sorry. But hey, you should have told me. Learn to be vocal when somebody asks you. Like I get mad niggas chest, you got a problem, bro? Nah, Indigo. Next thing I'm blocked.
Mm.
Like nigga, you said you ain't have a problem though. That's the corny shit. So just be candid, be solid in this industry, and stop bullshitting. You can't talk all that tough talk on raps and then be pussy in real life. That's all I'm saying. Cause I'm with the shit. So I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I'm with the shit. Like, don't play with me like that. I'm just honest. I'm honest. Like, if you don't like me, don't deal with me. But tell me you ain't fucking with me, and I appreciate that way more than acting like we cool. So.
That'll be said, definitely. We spoke on the music, spoke on life. You gave some good early business foundation to start off with. No, I appreciate that.
No problem. Like, it's
I
important.
mean, it's very important, definitely. And with everything that you're doing, I wish nothing but continued success.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I need those little pieces of inspiration. That's what keeps me going is the people who believe in me and believe in the brand and push the platform. And I definitely want to say shout out to Nivek B. He's another one of my sounding boards. I know I drive Nivek crazy. But yeah, that's my boy. My artist Nivek, Doc Terra, Hilltop, my boy Bam. You know what I'm saying? My boy Iron. And also Al. Al is incognito because he's working on his professionalism right now. But he is part of the triad. I do have a new triad, which is
Okay.
Iron, who is Dean Martian on Instagram, as well as Mr. Kingnificent, who's White Al. They were a part of my very first group called The Order in 2007. And we met on loud.com battle rap site. So that's the dope shit. So I actually got them back into the fold. And now I have a new triad, and that is the new triad. So I will be dropping Awake the Gods album, except the Awake the Gods album is revamped to include Iron and White Owl. So I'm honored to have my boys come join me and be a part of this new journey under Rugged Triad. So it's exciting.
Definitely. It's great.
Right. No music going to waste on my watch. Look, I'm going to make sure I fix everything and keep everything. I didn't work all that hard in that artwork and concept for that to fall by the wayside. And you know the saying, one monkey don't stop no show, neither do two. So, I made sure I bought that in. And I want to give a shout out because I posted this post yesterday to the Woo. Like, Woo, I have to admit, I never really thought about it as them being a big influence, but I grew up around the Woo. At age, what was it? I was like 18, 19. My daughter's father, Old Dirty is like his brother. And my cousin Hezzy was cool with Ghost. So at this time, Meth was pushing the Method Man song. So they sent some cassettes down, the white cassettes with Meth, and we were passing it around. Yo, check out. Yo, he gonna blow. This Method Man, this, and that. So from passing those cassettes out to having the Woo come here, we would kick it. I was trapping in the bluff with my baby father. Like, it was a lot of shit going on. But I posted the picture of Old Dirty in the Bluff, which is a trap in Atlanta. Like, rough area. But the Woo was out there in this area like, yo, what? Like, we Wu-Tang, like, what's good? It's crazy the things I went through with them. Going to meet the Grave Diggers, going to meet RZA at the first Grave Diggers performance here in Atlanta. Wow. 9 months pregnant with the Blackhawks jersey, and my cousin Hezzy like, yo, RZA right there, and of course RZA gonna see me because I'm the only pregnant woman in the damn club. and he come get me, and I'm checking the grave diggers. The crazy thing is, the grave diggers was my baby lullaby. Like my daughter, I'm rocking her and her thing. I'm playing the grave diggers. She's sleeping peacefully to the grave diggers. Like that's how deeply rooted we were with Wu, to the point of Iron Sheik and all the Wu being at my daughter's grandma condo, and we were just grounded. Like Meth telling me name my baby, baby Meth. Like yo, that's just how cool Wu was, from that inception to them opening the Wu store here. Even to when Red and Meth were working with each other, go meet Red and Meth at the hotel, have drinks, and then hop in the Hummer limo and go to the club, watch them perform. And older run-ins with Jermaine Dupri were iconic, because he's like, who are these people getting in before me? They were Wu-Tang. Like it was just so funny. And I've had 2 run-ins with Jermaine Dupri about the Wu-Tang shit. One was at a Mr. Cheeks party, because they knew who we were here in Atlanta. That's Wu-Tang people. They letting us in. But he was with Jagged Edge. So you can imagine he looking at us like, who the fuck are they? They letting in. Like, this is Wu-Tang people right here. We gotta let them in. And then at the Red and Meth show, I have everybody's wallets in my backpack. Now the funny thing is, I got all the ladies these bendies, like the little studs, the third eyes you put on. All these women bendies. So here we go again. Behind me is Jermaine Dupri. Why Jermaine Dupri? Like, this is like my nemesis on the low back then. So the bag is stuck in the door. Jermaine Dupri trying to come by. I'm like, yo, everybody's shit is in this bag. So now I done lost the crowd. And I'm like, oh shit. So Meth had to come back and get me. Like, she with us. Like, man, and Jermaine Dupri is like, what the hell is that? Who is she? Like, he's so tired of my ass. But yo, so much fun with the Wu. So many great times. I mean, the stories are endless. The banana boxes that everybody wanted from Walmart, yo, was just iconic. You go to the Marriott. We didn't even have to ask where the room was. Like, Meth gave us his room number. We go to the room. There's some white chicks in there. He going to Walmart because there's these banana boxes that he want to get, right? So I'm laughing. He telling, these are like his sisters, my daughter's aunt. So he like, I'm going to get these boxes that, Dirty got from Walmart. Walmart? Okay, bro. So we smell the weed. We know what they in one of these rooms here. Go to the door. Asan opens the door with the banana boxes on. He like, yo, what's good, queen? So he in there, I'm in here being nosy. I don't want y'all to see me like this. I looked my baby father in there, which I was terrified of his ass at this point because he was like crazy. So I'm like, oh shit, he here with you? Nah, we good. But he's opened the door with them damn boxes on. I said, so those the boxes Meth running out to the Walmart to go get? Okay. But yeah, we used to have so many good times, man. I promise you, jumping up and down on the beds and Ghostface, fucking sweet and all types of shit, yo. Wu is definitely like family, and it was an honor being a part of it. I see so many people mention Wu is an influence, and I never really factored in how much I soaked up of their influence, to the point, like, even when my daughter's father passed, like, Ghostface aunt was there at the funeral, the repast, and his aunt Mary, and it was just, it's a family thing. Even to this day, like Iron Sheik, reminisce. I'll be like, yo, remember when you and his girl Bambi used to come, and all the we would just come swarming my daughter's grandma, like, condo and shit, like, just epic shit. And what's funny is, lost touch with them after the Triumph tour. So I really hadn't been speaking or talking to anybody since then. And meeting my boys on the loud.com website, RZA had the competition for the Wu. And it was to win some type of trip or some shit, perform with the Wu. And out of thousands of people, he picked me as top 5. Now, he didn't know who I was, but it was an honor to be picked just based off of that. So I was the only female picked as top 5 by RZA. So, that lit a fire under me to keep up this rap shit too. So, yeah, so I got to salute Wu for that little not little, but that big motivation. Just being around them, just that was like family. So yeah.
Look how things work.
Right now, here I am rapping, but didn't want to rap back then.
Wow, that's a great story right there. True inspiration.
Right, like being around so many dope people like the Jizza and and they are all the way they describe themselves, just all accurate, all accurate. Be standing outside after the club, and Ray is over there. He just talking, and you turn around and look in the corner, jump, and the RZA just standing in the corner in the dark, looking like, what the hell? You're just standing over there in the corner, like, ain't saying shit, just standing in the dark, like, okay. Like, all right. They embody all those personalities they describe. And I love the Wu-Tang series because it has some of the nuances of what I remember experiencing, especially Dirty. Now, the time Dirty shot up the warehouse, the club down here, somebody booed him and he shot up the club. He shot like at the ceiling to put hole, and the owner went crazy. And then he got all these cases of champagne and was giving it. Yo, I'm telling you, such good times, man. A-Son was a wild card, but loved him dearly. He showed us nothing but the utmost respect as women and queens. You know what I'm saying? Now we don't be going to the hotel after, because they be like, nah, y'all are physicals. Y'all can't be coming here. The hoes gonna be here after the show. We only could chill in the daytime, but at night we already knew we not going to visit them after this shit, because you already know maybe chicks flocked all over their ass after the show, so we don't deal with them after that. But yeah, awesome times. Salute the Wu, salute the RZA, and man, salute all those good times that I used to have. And salute Fuquan, because I actually still speak to Fuquan as of recently. So yeah. And salute Daddy though too. We still getting our project together. I gave us a deadline this year. I said we need to be done by the end of August, young man, so we could get the people what they want. But yeah, so look for that Indigo and Daddy-O project as well.
Yeah, you got a lot lined up.
I do. That's why I be telling people they don't understand, man. It takes a lot of organizational skills and coffee to maneuver, but I'm gonna get these things done. And when I get these things done in the next couple of months, I'm gonna check the boxes and I'm gonna pat myself on the shoulder, because I'm gonna be super proud of myself for pulling this shit off. I am. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Well, thank you once again for taking the time to bring everyone up to what's been going on. Give us some great stories of the past, and just overall being yourself.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I always appreciate it. So look forward to getting all that new music exclusively when I drop it.
Absolutely. And for those who want to check out Indigo Phoenyx music, I'm going to put the Bandcamp up in the comments.
That's right. Go to the Bandcamp and buy.
Any other shout outs you want to give before we go?
Shit, they already know what time it is. Salute all the listeners. Salute, my family. Salute Record Triad. And salute A La Prime. Salute everybody who I'm rocking with. I'm Shabam and Boogie. Like, man, I love y'all. That's it.
Cool.
And salute you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm
You're welcome.
Always honored to share and let people, see I'm not that crazy. Not that crazy. I appreciate it.
You're focused. You are highly focused.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, definitely. And on behalf of our HHDG media crew, I'm going to say peace.
Peace, y'all.